I've been thinking about our family a lot lately. I'm really glad we got married.
That's a little out of the blue. What's up?
You know how me and the kids are going to stay with my family a bit to give you a break? You're just so busy with your job. I want to help you out.
Oh, about that. I was thinking, maybe you guys shouldn't leave this year. This summer, why don't you stay here?
But my mom really looks forward to having us every year. I don't think I could rob her of that.
Do you feel comfortable looking after the kids by yourself?
I love spending time with the kids. You can leave it to me. I can handle the childcare. It's 10 times easier than my job anyway.
You say that now. But think about it. I'm the one that takes care of them every day.
That isn't true at all. I always take care of them when you're at work.
You just plop them down in front of the TV. All you do is play games on your phone while they watch show after show.
I totally look after them. I check in on them every few minutes. I have to pay pretty close attention to both of them and the games. It takes a lot of concentration, you know. It's hard work.
That isn't exactly what I would call looking after the kids. I can't help but worry about it.
To be honest, I haven't really put my heart into it before. But this summer is going to be different. I'm going to be a whole new me.
And why exactly haven't you been able to put your heart into it before now?
I've been using work as an excuse not to really help with any of the childcare. I regret that. I feel bad about it now.
Really? What's changed?
I've just been thinking a lot lately. I've realized something about myself. I have to change. I can't go on like this.
I never thought you would ever say something like that to me. I don't even know if I should believe you. I want to, though.
Of course you should. It's important for a husband and wife to be on a team. We have to support each other. Thank you for everything you do, honey. I feel a little embarrassed or sheepish or I don't even know what for saying it, but thank you. I feel really thankful for you.
No, don't feel bad. I'm just so happy to hear you say that. The words alone are enough to make me smile.
That's why you don't have to worry at all. We're going to have a great summer at my parents' house, and I'm going to do my best to be a really good dad.
I'm glad you feel that way. I really am. I'm just still a little uncomfortable with the idea is all.
When you say it like that, you make me not even want to try. I really wanted to give it a go, too. I want to be there for you and to be a great dad to the kids.
Well, if anything were to happen, you promise to let me know right away, right?
Of course. I promise to be in contact regularly and to let you know how things are going. I'm a grown-up. I can handle this.
Okay then. I believe you. Let's give it a try.
Great. Just leave everything to me. I'll go ahead and let my mom know we're coming.
All right. Thank you. My name is Melinda. My husband's name is Gabe. We first met each other at work. We flirted a little at work and couldn't help it. A romance was kindled. We fell in love and got married. My husband has a way with words. He is known around the office as a bit of a clown, and he's always the life of the party, so to speak. When we are at work, I always hear him talking about how hard it is to raise children. He makes a lot of jokes about how tough it is to be a parent. But the truth of the matter is, he doesn't do a thing at home. He never helps me with the kids at all. Everyone is always telling me how I'm so lucky to have married such a family man, or that I must have him whipped, or don't I rely on him too much? It drives me crazy. I don't want to embarrass my husband or ruin his reputation, so I never say anything. To make things more complicated, he's a bit of a mama's boy, but my mother-in-law and I don't get along very well. She clearly is the kind of woman that prefers her sons, especially her eldest. She doesn't really show any interest in anyone other than boys. She's super sweet to my son. My daughter, on the other hand, she can be downright mean to her. I've even seen her glare at her from time to time. I even tried talking to my husband about it. I wanted my kids to be treated equally. It's not too much to ask. It turned into a bit of a heated argument and didn't go well at all. I feel like I have to watch over them on a daily basis to keep my daughter from noticing how different she's treated. Now I just regret ever bringing it up. How are the kids doing? Are they having fun?
They're doing great. I'm keeping a close eye on them and making sure they are taken care of all day, so you don't need to worry about anything.
Are you missing me at all?
On the contrary, no one is nagging me at all, so I'm getting to relax.
I'm glad you guys are all having such a good time. It makes me feel better already. But if something comes up, you'll tell me, right? And if the kids are naughty, you'll set them straight, right?
You don't have to remind me, you know. I'm on it. I've got this dad thing down pat.
I've never been apart from the kids for this long. It's hard for me. I'm missing you all.
This is a time for you to just focus on your job and getting some well-needed rest without us. Don't worry about the kids. I got this.
I can't help it. I'm their mom. It's impossible not to worry about them. Have you taken any pictures of the kids? I'd love to see them.
We've been so busy I haven't thought to take any pictures. I haven't had a break since we got here, you know.
You aren't just too glued to your phone to take any pictures, are you?
Seriously. When we're at home, I have plenty of time to putz around on my phone when you get home from work. But right now, I'm taking care of them 24 hours a day. You get it, right? As a mom.
Yeah, I know it can be really hard to handle them on your own. I would think you'd have had a chance to take at least one picture, though.
You know me, I'm a perfectionist. When I say I'm watching the kids, I mean I'm really watching them. I suppose it's a different story for a smartphone addict like yourself, but I've got this.
I only glance at my phone now and then when I'm watching the kids. That's how addicted I am.
It is what it is, right? If I have time to take some pictures, I'll be sure to send them your way.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I also wanted to talk to you about our daughter for a minute.
What now? I'm really busy.
Is your mom making an effort to play with her too? She isn't leaving her out, is she?
What are you trying to say?
Your mom can be really sweet to boys, but she can be tough on girls. I've heard her get pretty sharp with Nellie now and then. It worries me for her.
Are you trying to say that my mom isn't good to our daughter? Is that what you're getting at?
I guess I am.
Why on earth would you think that? I know you don't get along with my mom, but there's no reason for you to complain about her all the time. Knock it off already.
But think about it. She buys Jack anything he wants at all. I don't think she's ever even bought Nellie something as small as a piece of candy.
It's just been bad luck for her so far, that's all. She needs to learn how to ask nicely to get what she wants.
That's not it at all. You remember the brooch that she made for your mom? Nellie gave it to her, and she threw it in the trash, right in front of her. You remember that, don't you?
You're still keeping that old story up? You don't have to like her, but you don't have to lie about her either.
No matter how many times I tell you the exact same story, you won't believe me at all. Why not?
You and my mom are different people. That's true. But she's also an old pro at raising kids. She knows what she's doing. Maybe she just has her own style of discipline that you aren't used to.
How is it discipline when you throw away a gift from a little girl?
You think you know everything, do you? I don't want to hear it from you. You got that? When you're an expert with years of experience like my mom, then you can give me your opinion. Until then, keep it to yourself.
I've never said I was perfect. I know that I'm not. But I'm doing my best. I wish you wouldn't talk to me like that. It isn't very kind.
If it was just me you were complaining about, I wouldn't care. But you're talking bad about my mom here. I don't think anyone would be okay with that. Do you?
I'm telling you, she doesn't treat the kids equally. I'm just asking for you to please be careful and pay attention. I feel bad for Nellie.
I'm here and looking after them, remember? Everything is going to be fine. You can let it go already. Just relax.
You promise? No exceptions?
Man, you can be annoying when you want to be. Right now, you need to focus on work, not the kids. You picked work over them anyway right now. If you would just let it go and focus on work, it would be fine.
I can't help it. They said it was a work emergency. They asked me so quickly. What was I supposed to do? I couldn't say no. You work in the same office as me. You know how heavy the workload can get.
Nope. If it was me, I'd tell them no.
You can say that because they aren't depending on you.
It doesn't matter. This whole summer break, I'm going to be looking after the kids, okay? I'll keep both eyes on them. You can breathe easy.
I don't know.
Look, the kids need me right now. I've got to go.
Okay. If you have a chance, please take some pictures and send them to me.
Man, you're persistent. Don't get your hopes up, but I'll try. Talk to you later. It's Jack. He's been kidnapped.
What? Are you serious?
Give me a second to tell you. It was your sister. She took him.
You even remember what she looks like?
This is all your fault. My mother is crying her eyes out right now. What is going on? Tell me.
Is she really?
She was playing with him at the park when all of a sudden he was yanked out of her arms. We've been in a panic.
So what?
What is wrong with you? How can you talk like that at a time like this? Give me my son back.
What about your daughter?
Now that you mention it, she isn't here.
Who was looking after her?
My mom was supposed to be watching her.
That's funny. Let me tell you what I heard. I heard that our daughter was tumbling around in the corner of the park. She fell and was lying there in terrible shape.
No way.
So there were two adults there. And neither one of you saw her fall? Neither of you saw her lying there. What exactly were you doing?
She was being a bit of a brat and she said she wanted to play by herself. I was just letting her do what she wanted.
But you were both in the park with her, weren't you? So you were able to see her, weren't you?
She must have fallen when I was looking away for just a minute.
And you gave food to her brother but didn't give her any, right? You brought something to eat for everyone else, but not her.
Why the heck would I do that?
Do you have any idea what Nellie said when my sister ran over to check on her?
I don't know.
She said, "I think Grandma hates me. She tells me that I can't eat. She tells me she doesn't want me and doesn't need me, so I shouldn't eat. I want to go home to Mama." That's what she said.
You're exaggerating. Today was really hot. She probably just got overheated and fell down, that's all. And she is fed. My mom has no reason to say such horrible things.
Is that so? Then tell me why she's lost weight while she's been there. And why are our son's clothes spotless, but poor Nellie's clothes are filthy? I asked her how long it's been since her clothes were washed.
Stop assuming the worst. It's all just coincidence. It's chance, nothing more.
Haven't you wondered why my sister was around in the first place?
Do you know what she was doing there?
I was talking to our manager. He told me that he had actually asked you to work over the break.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You told him that your mother was in poor health and that you needed to spend your vacation looking after her. You asked him to ask me to come in and work the holiday instead of you. And you told him that you were going to take the kids with you since I was going to be so busy.
That's pretty much what happened, isn't it?
You told him that things aren't good between your mother and I, so you had to go. You grumbled to him about how you were going to have to do everything all by yourself and how hard it was going to be. It sounds like you did nothing but complain about it.
Complain? It isn't complaining, it's just telling the truth.
It gave me a bad feeling. I asked my sister to go check in on you guys to see how things were going. I can't imagine what would have happened if I had waited any longer.
You're exaggerating again. I'm not causing any problems at work, am I? So that's all good. And there's nothing wrong with Nellie either, right?
I will never forgive you for this.
So I made a mistake. My mom was telling me that she can never just be herself and play with Jack when you're around. You always meddle. She asked me to make sure you didn't come. I just wanted to make her happy.
That's no reason to lie to me, Gabe. That doesn't make everything all right. That's also no reason to ignore your daughter or quit looking after her.
Fine. To tell you the truth, me and my mom both can't help it. We just care about Jack. He's my son and he's the only boy heir in the family.
Do you really mean that?
I mean, think about it. When Nellie gets married, she's going to just join some other family. She'll be like a stranger. But a son is different. He carries on the family name. So you can keep Nellie if you want to, but give me back my son. Bring Jack back to me.
If I let you anywhere near our kids, it would be a huge mistake. There's no way I will ever give them back to you.
I told you, you can keep the girl. Just give me my son.
I have no interest in speaking to you about this any further.
Do you really want to go there? My mom is going to talk to the police right now.
Go right ahead. Do as you like. I'm not the one that is going to be in trouble here, though. It'll be you. You know that, right? I don't think you realize just how much trouble you are in yet.
If you just shut up and listen, it would feel a lot better.
Think about it. I haven't been able to leave work. I've been here because I've had to be here. But I've shown all of these messages to our manager.
What?
He noticed that I seemed upset. He said something was obviously wrong and he wanted to check on me. He's been worried, so as soon as I got to work this morning, he had me come to his office.
What have you done? What did he do?
Also, you said you were going to go to the police. You don't have to do that.
Why wouldn't I? What are you getting at?
My sister already went to the police. Aren't you glad she saved you the time? You don't have to bother going to the station or calling them. They'll be by to visit you shortly.
I don't understand what you mean.
Apparently there were some reports from your neighbors there as well. I think you probably won't be able to come home for a long time.
Stop with the jokes. It was a lot harder to keep up with the kids than I thought it would be. That's all. I just lost control of the situation for a little bit. You're their mother. You know how hard it can be. From here on out, I'll do better. Much better. We can work this out. Give me a chance.
This wasn't just a little bit. You don't get to mess up this badly and get a second chance.
I know I messed up. I can see where I went wrong. But we're family, right? You've got to forgive me. Oh my God! I can't believe this. You were serious! A patrol car just pulled up outside. I don't know what to do.
I wouldn't know. I'm not really interested in someone that is going to be a stranger in the future.
What's going to become of me? All of the neighbors are crowding around outside too. I want to get out of here, but there's nowhere to go. I can't run away. This is really scary.
First, you're going to be dealing with the police. After that, you'll be dealing with my lawyer. You're in for a rough road ahead. I've already started the divorce papers. Have the good sense to just sign them.
Wait just a minute. You can't just leave me like this. You've got to help me. Please.
We don't have anything further to discuss. From now on, anything you want to say to me, you can say to my lawyer. Goodbye.
I don't know what I should do. And what about my mother? The police are banging on the door now. Come on, answer me. You've got to help me.
My husband and his mother tried to escape out the back door. Luckily, the neighbors managed to catch them before they got very far. They were taken to the police. I've heard that they tried to blame everything on me during the interrogation. But it didn't matter. Several of the neighbors came forward to give statements, along with my sister. My sister took my daughter to the police station as well. They were able to document her condition. Thankfully, it helped me get a divorce without any difficulties. The judge sided with me immediately. My husband was also fired from his job. I was so thankful I didn't have to work with him anymore. My now ex-husband and his mother harassed me constantly. They wanted me to give them custody of our son. Thankfully, the police were able to help me out again. I had the full support of the courts and was able to keep full custody of both of my children. We received a restraining order and a lump sum settlement. I decided it was best for the children and myself to move as far away as possible. I've heard a rumor that his mother has been pressuring him to remarry. I'm sure she wants a chance to have another grandson. However, I've also heard his reputation precedes him now. All the women that meet him and his mother feel unsafe. No one wants to be his wife or to have such a horrible family. I think it's going to be hard for him to find someone else to marry at this point. My poor daughter has a lot of trauma to heal. I'm so sorry for all the damage that her heart has taken from this. I'm determined to give her as much love as I possibly can. I'm going to raise her to know she is loved and that she's important. I don't want her to ever forget that. Of course, I have 2 children that I love equally. My son will also have a good childhood. I'm going to make sure they both know how wonderful and how loved they are. I'll never let anyone treat either of them differently again. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button for more great content.